Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, after like 2 days of trying to do things to relax me and take care of myself, also after doing what I had, doing all the running I had to do yesterday, I'm actually a lot better. My attitude is good. I'm gonna try really hard not to be short with dumb people. Let me paraphrase that. With people that know better, can do better, but don't do better. Like people calling the phone, asking me what the phone number is that they just called. Yeah. So. Anywho. Gotta fix this. Anywho, so when there's a lot of changes, and I'm going to be very honest with folks, I have a lot of people hitting me with very, very similar questions, but different wording. With how can you make yourself accept change? It's tough. I struggle with it too. You can't make yourself accept change. You can only just simply accept it. I made a mention to that, and someone's reply was a really good one. How can I just simply accept it if I don't want it? If you don't want the change, you cannot change it or reverse it, you have to reprogram how you respond and react to the change. Now, I still to this day, okay, I know how to do this, how to do life and all that, and I still go kicking and screaming. It's within our nature to be comfortable and settle. But thing is, if we're comfortable and settled too long, in a situation or the way of things, we may very well be, we may very well be content of it for a good while. But then you're going to run into things where there is no growing, there's just stagnation. You can't avoid change. Everything changes. We age, we grow, we change. Sorry, I had trash in my thing. We age, we change, we grow, we tear down, we build back up. We're constantly changing every moment. Every internal and external stimuli changes who we are, the moment of a realization of something. Heck, there are some changes that we don't realize that are happening. And it takes someone else observing you to be like, hey, you've changed. Really? Have I? So, sometimes you can't tell, but you're changing. I mean, your hair grows, your nails grow. Everything is changing. Why is it when I park? I got something in my eye. Why is it when I park I'm the most tired? For those of you that don't know, I have an allergy problem. And it's usually in my eye. So I don't mean to be being gross. I'm just trying to clear my eyeballs. So, anywho, you can't make yourself accept something if you don't want it. If it's inevitable, you got to learn to cope with it until you can change it. Study it, figure out how you can tweak it so that tweak the situation so that you're able to cope with it. But if you don't want to change and you're able to walk away from it, you do have that choice. We all have choices. But you never know. Maybe the situation that's changed on you could teach you something that is invaluable to you. That's why you need to study a situation before you judge it. You know? I've been in a couple of situations where things changed on me and I really detest it. I couldn't stand it. I hated it. But I rolled with it and learned from it. Found a way around it. Found a way to make it best suited for me. So I was able to cope with it. Oh God. And that's pretty much it. I figured it out. I figured out how to change it. Figured out how to respond to it. And then there are other times I've been in situations where I looked at it, I studied it, and I'm just like, there's nothing good from this. Turned around and walked away. Walked out of that situation. Like recently, I've discovered a few friends of mine were Satanists, which I have nothing against anybody, choosing to follow that. My opinions are my own. It's pretty much all I'll say on that subject. Well, the reason why it was a problem is because they were trying to force me to change myself for them so I was palatable to their choice of life. Ooh. And I'm not changing myself for someone else's selfish endeavors. I love myself. I love the people in my life. I love the fact that I can accept others for whatever reason why they're different. And I expect the same respect in return. And if that cannot be met, I distance myself. And when the distance doesn't seem to work, I just whoosh, gone. Cut, throw away. They were trying to force me to be somebody I was not. Guilt me, ridicule me, make fun of me, bully me, send their little friends over on Facebook and bombard me with insults and just being downright nasty, and I handled it accordingly. I unfriended them and they got all butthurt about it. Sorry, there's no friendship there. Don't get upset over something we never had. At least I don't think we ever had. And if you think we had something, well, sorry. And I've also discovered that I have more friends that follow that way of life, and I kind of feel like why are we friends? Because everything I've ever been taught about that way of life, what I think and feel does not mesh with you. Unless, of course, you're really cool with me. I don't know. But, no. I'm not going to be somebody I'm not just for the sake of a friendship. I have far too many other people that care about me and love me for who I really am than to just throw that away and just be somebody I'm not. I've had plenty of people try to do that to me. Where are they at? Not in my life. Well, but if there's a change that is natural and you're like, no, I don't want this, the best thing to do instead of kick and scream and throw a fit about it is outweigh the pros and cons of changing it and not changing it. So, learn from it. See if it's something that you can benefit from. So, yeah. Not a lot of people like change. Let's face it. Let's say, here's a good one. You know your way from home to work, right? If somebody, let's say they did construction on the main road you use. What's happened before? Like a company is doing construction on one of the roads that you mainly use. You like using that road because you're familiar with it and you don't have to really think too hard about it. You know, you don't have to think too hard about whether you take a left or a right or you keep going straight or go on this off-ramp, on-ramp, blah, blah, blah. We like our routines. I saw so many people lose their mind over the fact that the interstate was getting work done. Screaming and hollering and cussing out the construction workers. I'm just like, dude, chill. I don't think they blocked it off permanently. It's going to make extras. It's going to make me waste more time. You're not wasting time if you're getting to your destination. But I'm going to be late. Should have left early. As somewhat of a psychic I am, I always leave my home an hour early before any appointment because an hour 30 minutes. Because I know that there's no telling what can happen from where I am to where I gotta be. I know we want extra sleep, but if you sit up and try to make yourself wake up, you do eventually wake up. Oh, my back. Oh. But, change. A lot of people want it, but they don't want to put the work into it. Change. A lot of people need it, but don't want it. A lot of people, change is the most sought out thing, and yet nobody wants to do anything for it. Nor do they want the hassle of changing for that change. So, yeah. True story, guys. So, I hope this helps. And don't forget to treat yourself, love yourself, care for yourself, because if you remove everyone and everything in your life, what else do you have? Just you. You only have one you. So, that's all I have time for, and I wish we all have a really good day today, and love and light to you all.